think we've turned the corner on this whole couch project, and I'm pretty happy about that. As you can tell by this enormous empty space in the middle of the garage, there's no more giant panels of plywood facing that are all waiting to be finished. So come back into the depths of the shop with me and we'll continue. So after many hours of sanding and more sanding to try and get those panels nice and flat, I think they look pretty good, and then put finish on them, and that was quite a long process as well. I put 4 coats on the outside and 2 coats on the inside part that you don't see. Put the panels in place and it's looking sort of like a finished couch. There's a whole lot of little bits and pieces that'll be left over, but I think that we can live with it the way it is. It looks like a couch, everything's in place, it's going to be great. So we're almost there with that one. Still working on the telephone box lamps that'll be on either side of the couch. The actual telephone model itself has been taped off so that I could paint certain parts of it silver. And I started by hitting it with some primer, and then later on afterwards, when I got a little paint in the mail, I added some silver paint. So those parts that are not taped off are getting silver paint. Then I pulled all the tape off, and I think they look great. I finally managed to get the plexiglass panels put in, the glazing panels inside the boxes themselves. So now they have actual glass in them. Boy, it took a long time before I finally got around to doing that. They still need a telephone cord. Oh, they'll need a shelf to go next to the telephone. Third thing, we're going to need the advertisement banner that goes up above and has country codes and things like that on it. There's still a lot of things to do there. In music, I finally finished up the Flower of My Heart song. That was an old Buddy Holly song. Put it up on YouTube where you can watch it. I've been playing around with this idea of choosing one song and then just playing it 12 different times to see what would happen. The weirdest thing I found about doing this is that I have in my head exactly what this is going to sound like when I take all these dissimilar elements, bring them together, and create a new arrangement from these things. And I know what it's going to sound like in my head, and it never sounds like that, ever. It always is like something different that I didn't expect. And sometimes it's really exciting and cool, and I think, wow, that's kind of a neat thing. I wish I knew how, I could do that again. And other times it's like, what is that? That's the worst thing that it could possibly be. I'm certain that people who understand music production and arrangements, they already know what these things are going to be like when they put them together, but the thing that's in my head never turns out that way, and I have no idea what's going on at all. If you give in to that, which I guess I have to do if I'm going to keep doing this, it's pretty fun, and that's probably what keeps me interested in that, is I never really know exactly what's going to come out the other side. I've been playing with trains a little bit, fixing things that I broke, just having fun with the trains. I'm picking up where I left off an old unfinished project today. This one is for a train throttle. It's a speed control for my model trains. Up until now, I've been using this one, an old unit from maybe the 70s or 80s. The problem is the acceleration is just too fast. Like I can't get them to nicely, slowly start out or come to a nice slow stop. I was hoping that if I use some modern components and maybe try a different type of throttle, I might be able to run some of these trains that up until now I haven't been able to run very well. And I've started by finding some components online that I would need to do that. The main component is going to be this speed control unit, which you can get on eBay really very inexpensively. You put the power in, and then the other end goes to the track, which is basically to the motor, and then you can speed it up or slow it down. In order to change the direction of the train, I have a little switch that goes 2 ways. I've started building this tray, which is going to hold all the components, and I made a lasered front for the front of it. And this is probably just going to be a temporary way of holding it until I make something really nice. But at the moment, this is going to sit in underneath the track, and I'll be able to control that stuff from the front. So let me show you how these components are going to fit into the tray. And I think what I'm going to do is, well, this switch is going to go here because I kind of made it to fit. Oh, that's satisfying. So there's my directional switch. And then this component will fit in here. That's going to be the speed control right there. I'll be able to control the speed of this thing. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the layout and see how it works. Alright, here goes. I got my little train there on the track. Let's go this way. Oh, that's beautiful. Unfinished projects. This is my bass guitar, and I play it, and it plays nicely, and I've used it in several songs that I've recorded, and I do like playing this bass. And this is a bass that I've had for a long time. I got this neck, which is a carbon fiber neck, from my old friend Pat. He might have given me the tuning pegs, and he might have given me the pickups as well. And then I set about making this body. This was probably back when I was just starting college. I don't remember exactly. This body's made out of basswood. So why is this unfinished, right? Well, here's the thing. This pick guard right here is actually just a piece of poster board. It's like a cardboard poster board. And these pickups, they're held in by nails and super glue. I really need to put a pick guard on this thing. So that's it. Unfinished projects. One more to add to the list. So that's what's been going on. Thanks for watching if you're watching, and I'll see you on the next one.